Welcome to the Kate Show.
My name's Kate. I hate my life. Hey everybody.
Shout out to all my exes. Hi everybody. So for today's video, I am taking my cute client Kate from this to hopefully a lot blonder. So I will insert photos of what her hair normally looks like, which is really blonde, what we did last time, which was brown, and what we are going for today. So we are going to be starting this journey back to blonde because, as we all know, our blonde clients who like to go dark for fall and winter usually end up wanting to go back, which is why we used all demi-permanent on her last time. So we are going to start off by doing a full head of Teasy lights to see how our hair lifts, see what we can do, and then we will be doing a full highlight the next time. So if you are interested in watching part 1, stay tuned. Alright you guys, let's get started with this tutorial. First off, I just wanted to apologize about my last video. It was a fun video to film. It was pretty educational, I thought, but I did get a lot of negative comments about the audio and the video filming. I'm so sorry. I filmed on my phone that day and the quality wasn't the greatest. So here I am bringing you a camera video. This quality should be a lot better. Thanks for being patient with me, guys. So we are just starting off doing Teasy lights. As you can see here in the back, I have it divided into 2 sections. And I am working on diagonals up to the top of the head. That right side is already done, and we are now working on the left side. I am taking bigger subsections because I want to do Teasy lights and just see how her hair lifts before we go in for a full highlight. This is going to be a really good way to knock that demi-permanent out, give her a nice dimensional look while brightening her up at the same time. Teasy lights is one of my favorite techniques to do. I love doing this when I'm trying to get really even saturation and a nice dimensional look that looks like a balayage without having to actually do one. I just prefer Teasy lights to a balayage. That's totally personal preference. There is a time and a place for balayage, but I just feel like this gives me really even results and really nice blended look. The purpose of doing the teasing in Teasy lights is to backcomb the hair to give it added dimension. So anything that we backcomb is going to be the dimension that is brought back down into the hair once it's all combed out. So if you think of where you start your backcomb or your tease, that's where you're starting the dimension. So the lower you start, the more dimension you're going to have. The higher you start, the less dimension you're going to have. And I feel like that's really helpful when it comes to thinking about the tease and where you want it to lay. And keep in mind that not every foil has to be the same. You can start some higher and some lower depending on the look you're going for. Now we are working our way over to the hairline. No matter if I'm doing a balayage or Teasy lights, I always like to do foils in the hairline to brighten it up and just give that pop around the face. So I am just going to be doing a few slices here around the hairline, leading up into her bang area for those money pieces, and then I will transition back into my Teasy lights. I just have to tell you guys, my favorite foils to work with when doing things like this is from Mar. You guys know I love them regardless, but especially when it comes to Teasy lights, I love using their long embossed sheets for the actual Teasy lights. They're longer and a little sturdier than their regular foils, and it gives you a really nice base to work off of, and they hold in place really well. And then I am just using their regular pop-up foils around her face for the hairline. Help me find the right words to say to get us back. A little trick when it comes to Teasy lights is to hold the hair straight up and then back comb from there. I feel like this gives you a cleaner back comb, and I feel like it's a little easier to work with. So especially when I get to the top of the head, this is what I like to do. Can we try to fight against the grain of throwing out what we made? The future's far away, but I will stay. Right here, I just wanted to show you guys a little close-up of the pattern and size of stitch I am doing. You guys know I'm a big fan of baby lights, and I incorporate that into my Teasy lights, but I am wanting a little more dimension with her, and I am wanting it to look a little more like a balayage rather than baby lights. So I still have really fine subsections, but I am weaving it a little bit thicker, as you can see right here. And this is just going to give it a little more of a dimensional look that stands out. It's still going to be really blended and beautiful, but you guys will see what I mean with the end result. It'll have more of a balayage feel rather than a baby light feel. Picking up where we left, off and on again. We never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again, I feel it again, I feel it again. We're bringing this back to life. All right, now that her foils are all rinsed out, we are using Goldwell Colorant 7N7NA, and I am just slightly shadowing her root. This is just going to take her natural down a little bit more and blend it in with the Teasy lights that we just did. She's a natural level 7, which is why I'm choosing to use a level 7 on her. I'm a big fan of always rooting and basing with what their natural level is, because I feel like it gives a softer appearance when it grows out, and it also covers very well. I am just leaving her many pieces out so that we can keep those really bright around the face. Now that it is all applied, I am taking my comb and just combing through to give it a nice blended look. And then I will tap those money the last minute before I rinse it out. All right, so now I am rinsing out that root shadow. It sat about 8 minutes total. I'm also rinsing out the Olaplex that was sitting on her ends while I did that root shadow. Now I have my toner. This is HGI 9N9P. I used all 3 of these tones because I want a really creamy, soft, rich blonde. I want it to be cooler, but I don't want it to be icy. I want it to be just a nice pearly blonde that's going to complement her natural base. Okay, so now we are just styling. I just have to say I am so impressed with the way that this turned out. Going from dark to lighter isn't always easy, but I will say it again. I have said it many times before. That is why I use Redken Shades EQ on my clients when they want to go darker, whether that's a root smudge, low lights, or all over dark. With her, she was an all over level 7 with a few pieces of dimension throughout, and we used all Redken Shades EQ to achieve that. And now that we are back going lighter, it has been so easy to break through, no damage, and such a pretty tone. I wouldn't have got that if I used permanent color on her. So thank you, Redken. You're amazing. I will never not use Shades EQ.
Yeah.
whole new woman. I actually really like this.
I actually love it.
Ah!
I love how you curled it.
Thanks. Wait, what? You're so I love that you go from eating to just smiling. Turn to the right.
Ow! I love my hair.